And this guy's like, yo, man, you look like Tony Hawk. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, are you? So he's like, what? No way, dude. Not shit, no. And then the other guy causes a scene. He's like full scene at the drive-thru now. All the other cars are stalled because these guys want to come over and shoot photos and stuff.
Wait, everybody wants to get out of their cars? And
no, because there's two guys taking orders.
Oh, and both those guys want to stop
So they're coming over to take photos with me.
Not taking orders
Not taking orders. So the line has fully stopped. What's up, everybody?
Yes. What is?
What's happening? Welcome to Hawk versus Wolf episode. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
we're doing it.
A couple.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're in.
I think we're huge. This isn't out, but at this point, I was thinking about this driving to the studio today, that by the time this one comes out, we're going to be huge. And I'll be checking my attitude.
This is where we've hit our stride.
Right. Like you're already Tony Hawk, but I'm going up in the stratosphere where people go, whoa, you're Jason Ellis. And I'll be like, yeah, but look, I'm still me. So just calm down. No need to get too freaked out.
Don't cause a scene.
I'll be tweeting like, man, you look like Jason Ellis, but way older. I'll be doing tweets like that.
Oh my God. All right. I get it. Wow.
I can't wait. You know who you look like, man?
Oh my God. I kind of stopped doing that just because it still happens to me. It happened to me yesterday. Happens to me all the time.
Okay, give us it. If you're not going to tweet it, I love them, and so do many other people. And you're saying that you have one that you didn't tweet that happened yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, I'm taking my daughter to Cane's. Yeah. We're in the drive-thru. You ever been to Cane's?
No.
Raising Cane's?
What's that?
Okay, it's massively popular chicken strip place.
Chicken strip?
Chicken strip. It's like the In-N-Out of chicken strips.
Okay.
She wanted to go there. We're driving through, and they've got two people taking orders because it's so crazy at the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside, you know what I mean? When the drive-thru gets crazy and
there's one out of on the street.
Yeah, he's just out.
Okay,
So two of them. And this guy's like, yo, man, you look like Tony Hawk. I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, are you? So he's like, what? No way, dude. Not shit, no. And then the other guy causes a scene. He's like full scene at the drive-thru now. All the other cars are stalled because these guys want to come over and shoot photos and stuff.
Wait, everybody wants to get out of their cars? And
No, because there's two guys taking orders.
Oh, and both those guys want to stop
So they're coming over to take photos with me.
Not taking orders
Not taking orders. So the line has fully stopped.
So I'm not getting my burger because Tony Hawk is trying to get a burger.
You're not getting your chicken strips.
Sorry, chicken
and
strips.
Toast, yeah.
My bad. Wait, and I'm
whatever.
confused.
I know people listening will be like, dude,
toast? You can order toast through the drive-thru with a chicken strip? I am so confused.
Yeah.
I'm going there on the way home. This makes no sense to me.
There is one not close, not far from here.
Toast.
Yeah, you'll know it. I can't. Whatever. I feel like I'm doing an ad for them now. What's that?
Is it normal toast?
No, it's thick.
Ooh, Texas
toast. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm checking it out.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever. It becomes this whole thing, and it was a funny interaction. It was a funny scenario, but it's just like because people say that. And then the other day I was shooting something. We were shooting these drone shots on a street because they wanted me like skating down the street so they could come way high on a drone and zoom in.
Yeah.
And this woman's driving by and she's like, hey, you look like Tony Hawk. And then drives off.
So she's in on the joke,
yes,
right?
Yes. So that is my life these days. It's still funny, like I accept it, but I haven't shared it as much because, like I said, people think like they think that somehow I'm putting that out there for self-promotion.
I feel like these days so many people do what you just said, things for self-promotion, that it got you tweeted it and a lot of regular people were like, whoa, that is actually really funny or interesting or both. Like you're like, wow, yeah, I guess people would say that to Tony Hawk. Wow, that's so odd.
Right.
But to think like then it gets popular and it starts trending in the world, it was just trending at one point.
Oh yeah, no, it was on Reddit and
so then
ESPN and whatever.
People think you did this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And then when it happens again in other funny scenarios or other ways, they're like, all right, dude, enough. You're just trying to, this is like your thing and you're just making it up. And you have to realize that there is a large population of people out there that aren't on social media or aren't on the networks you're on and don't.
So odd to me.
Aren't in this thing.
I'm so confused by that.
What's that?
I just figured everybody was on it at this point.
So there are people that will still say, hey man, everyone ever tell you? And it happens.
Does anyone ever say, hey man, you look like Tony Hawk and I fucking hate that guy? Like, has anyone ever, have you ever aggravated anybody by existing?
No, but some people just that's enough for them. Does anyone ever tell you look like Tony Hawk? Yes. That's cool.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But they never follow up with, are you?
Okay.
Right?
Do you think it's almost like they know you are?
No, they don't. And it drives my daughter crazy.
Oh, wow. She hates when people say you look like
No. It drives her crazy that I won't say, actually, that's me.
Wait.
Like, why don't you tell them?
She's offended by you not outing yourself?
Because they didn't ask.
I get it, but she does have a point. I mean, you could just seal it. But you know what? She's right.
Okay, so there's two sides of that. One
I think if you said, yes, I am, they'd go, bullshit.
That happens too.
Right.
Let me see your ID.
Man, let me see your ID.
Oh, that too. Let me see your ID. I'm like, look, I don't care if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not here to convince you. That doesn't really matter to me.
Do you remember, there's no way, in Australia, we did a demo together at, I don't even know the name of it. It was an indoor skate park, and there was like a spine mini ramp and a vert ramp. And I was
like every demo in the late 80s, early 90s.
So anyway, we're at this place that you don't know of that I do. And you and I know each other, but we're not like tight or anything. But you definitely know me and I know you. Like I was pro on Planet Earth. You were like, yeah, fucking Ellis, big deal.
Yep.
So I'm at the demo and you're like, oh, cool, Ellis, this is your where you live. And I was like, it is. This is one of the areas that we skate, Tony. So you're in this demo and it's fucking mayhem. People are shitting a brick that you're there. And these guys that I just know are not there to be skateboard fans. They're like, what's this big hype about? I'm coming in here.
Yes.
And someone goes,
to cause a ruckus.
Yeah. Hey, Tony Hawk, sign me cock. And you're signing autographs. And I go, hey man, shut the fuck up. And because I'll defend your honor. Before I was even your friend, I would defend your honor because I was like, fucking skateboarding, man. Like I know what I got. And you're the fucking ambassador of it all. And if you want him to sign your cock, I will fight you for this. So I go, hey man, why don't you suck my fucking cock? And he's like, what? I'm like, you heard? Well, come over here and fucking have a go. And they're like, you want to go? And I'm like, yes, I want to go. And then him and his two friends walked me out into the office. And I go, hey, security, these guys are trying to start shit with Tony Hawk. And I was like, meh. And they fucking escorted him out. They totally thought
I appreciate it.
They thought I was going to fight him.
I was worried that whole thing was going to end. And that's how I lost this tooth.
Yeah, no, one of them was big. And
really?
I remember thinking, they'll definitely go for come on, let's go outside and do it then. Because they were like, oh, we're going to win. Because they probably would have.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's giant security guards here. They just don't know that you're being harassed right now.
Wow.
And I could tell I didn't think you knew.
No. There was definitely some like friction like that in Australia.
Yeah.
There was always a few people that were
it's called tall poppy syndrome.
What is it?
Tall poppy syndrome.
Tall poppy?
Yeah. Tall poppy syndrome. Sorry, I'm getting Australian.
What?
My accent. It's if you're famous, people want to chop you down.
Oh,
that's a thing in Australia. Because
Okay.
Australians, not so much now, but to me, in America, a lot of Americans are performers.
Right.
Even when they don't have a job in television, radio, or movies, the average American is a character to me and to Australians. A lot of Australians, old school Australians, are kind of like, yeah, mate, I'll keep to myself, and it's like, and if somebody brings out a camera to take a photo, a lot of guys from my father's era will go, oh, mate, fucking, let it a video camera, they will run.
Right.
They will run if you try to film their faces. Because I don't know why, but it's like super pussy, mate. I can't, I'm like, what are you, Aboriginal? You think you can get your soul stolen? Like,
wow,
what
that's strange.
I grew up with that. So for me, people would always make fun of me
Because you're on display.
I'm yakking all the time. Oh, let me tell you about me and my fucking thing all day. Oh, it's like, man, you know, you fucking talk a lot, Ellis. You probably shut the fuck up every now and then. People will beat me up at school for yakking about stuff. So then I come here and I'm like, man, I'm nowhere near the loudest asshole. Like, I got serious competition over here. Almost I've had taxi drivers that have got entertaining shows if they wanted one. Like, it's a different game over here. People are all about it.
I remember we were out street skating. I think we were in Melbourne. I was with Cab and McGill, and it was right at the beginning of the end of the Bones Brigade vert domination years. So probably 90-ish, 1990. And we're out just street skating and, you know, whatever. We're old vert dudes already.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's 1990. I'm 22, you know, 20.
Wow.
And we're out street skating and this group of Aussies come up and we thought they were stoked to see us. And I was kind of far away from Cab McGill.
Did they have skateboards?
No. I remember they had Public Enemy shirts.
Okay.
That was very vivid to me. And I was like, that's weird. Public Enemy fans.
I kind of know who you're dealing with now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
they probably have been known to tag their name on train walls and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So they start saying stuff and they got thick accents and we're just like, what? And I remember Miguel like, huh? What? Miguel's all friendly. Yeah, what's that? What? Yeah. You know, and they're like, come on. Yeah, big girl. And then I heard that and I was like, I don't think that's friendly.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to, they're just making conversation. Yeah. And then I was like, Mike, let's just go. Let's go. He's like, what? And Mike was like confused. Mike, let's go. And we just skated away. But I remember thinking like, that was going to turn bad. Yeah. They were looking for trouble. And that was like an Aussie thing right then.
Yeah, you would have got beaten up. And this is just from this conversation, I would have said, you back then had all American clothing on. Your skateboard was the color of America. Like not red, white, and blue.
Well, don't you think but just the fact that we're skating.
That and how loud you guys were. Like you had brand new shit on. You had like, I remember Bones Brigade coming to Australia. You guys looked different. Like when you were in the crowd, it wasn't just, I know that you're Tony and Mike McGill. I was like, man, look at that guy's shoes. Fucking hell, man. I'm like, you got all the brightest colors, all the coolest shit. And if you're like in Melbourne
what was their
around,
ultimate goal? Just to kick ass?
They would have driven by and gone, look at that fag. Let's go beat him up.
Got it.
Because you look rich, that aggravates people. You look fancy. Skateboarding, because back then skateboarding. Dude, I'm telling you, that's
all right.
That's how that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not lost in it. I understood that this was a was a confrontation.
I've had airwalks on before when I was pro, being in a train, like completely zoned out, just sitting there on a train going home, and someone goes, "Nice fucking shoes, mate," and I'm like, "What? Oh, thanks." I don't even get it. I don't even catch it. It's like, yeah, nice shoes for a fucking poof, and I was like, Poof is a gay guy, and I'm like, what? Why is that? He's like, yeah. You reckon you could stop me from taking them? And then I was like, oh wow. I was like, you touch my shoes, I'll shove this skateboard through the back of your fucking head. and he was like, oh, like that. And I was like, yeah, man, it's like that. And then he didn't do anything because you have to be
right.
You have to match him.
Right? Yeah, I guess so.
It's like, oh,
no, but that's the thing. We didn't. We just skated away. Whatever.
Yeah, I just always in Australia. That's the only way. You get crazy, I get crazy back. It's either that or run.
I know I've told you the story, but the very first time I went to Australia, the very first time off the plane, straight to Torquay.
Yeah. Okay, I was there.
Off the plane.
Dude. I was there.
Right. Yeah. Ramp riot.
Yes.
Right?
My dad paid $20 for me to be in that contest.
Sick.
Man, I told you the video was...
I got the cover of Thrasher.
Yeah, you get the cup. Yeah.
That was crazy.
For you, that was crazy.
I mean, I didn't really get Thrasher was, I wrote for Tracker,
right.
Indie, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
oh, wow. Man, that must have hurt. For them to post it, I mean.
Oh. I guess they like the photo.
Yeah.
So I show up there and, I've never been to Australia. And we're still like bleary-eyed from getting whatever, just like woo. And then all these kids are coming up, and this guy's like, "Oh, Tony Hawk, mate, Tony Hawk." Yeah, mate. I reckon you're bullshit, mate.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I was whatever, 18, off the plane. And I'm like, these guys hate us.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize then that bullshit was
sick.
a compliment.
You're bullshit. Yeah.
You were bullshit. Yeah.
You're mind-bogglingly awesome.
I was pretty excited. But that was my introduction to Australia. And then I learned that not everyone is so friendly. But you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Australia had the most hardcore, determined hecklers at demos. Yeah. That was like, it was comical.
Yeah, no, they don't give up. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. If there's something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, you definitely want to reach out and talk to somebody, and why not a professional? I guess in the pandemic and the stress of the world these days, you might be thinking about keeping it to yourself. Trust me, the sooner you can get on with your life, the better. So you got to go. You got to reach out. You got to talk to a professional, and why not go to these guys? You go talk to a licensed professional. You can start communicating after you've signed up within 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's a self-help. It's for professional counselors done securely online. It's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. This service is available for clients worldwide. I keep forgetting this show is worldwide.
The best part of that, though, is that you don't have to look for local therapists or local counselors. You have a pool of them from everywhere.
Yeah, BetterHelp is
worldwide.
It's global, baby. And if you don't believe me, go to BetterHelp.com/reviews, and then you can see actual real people reviewing after they've given it a go. So why not check it out? Visit BetterHelp.com/Hawkwolf. That's BetterHelp HELP, and join over. Is that 1 million? I don't know numbers. Millions of people are taking charge of their mental health. In the help with experienced professionals. The fact that so many people
6 zeros.
1, 2, 3. Yep, 6. Is that Millions. 1 million?
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably more experienced with that number than me, Tony. Sorry, I had to get that in there. Special offer right now for Hawkwolf listeners. Get 10% off with your first month at BetterHelp.com/
Hawkwolf?
Yes.
Wolf? Hawk. When does it just become Hawk? I want to know. Just give me one.
I feel like you could click your fingers and that could happen, but cool. Can I just hang out? Sorry.
All right.
We got to get the codes right, you guys. He's going to freak out. Lucy. Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better, cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck. Researched and developed for 3 years and made for people, not patients. Lucy has created nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine. It comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has lozenges, 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: cherry ice, citrus, and of course mint. I don't know why I said of course, but they've got it. Lucy lozenges and gums are FSA and HSA eligible, so you can use your FSA cards to purchase Lucy now, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed everywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym. It's true, you probably could do that. It's 2021. Get rid of the cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip. Man, yes, throw out your dip and get Lucy nicotine gum and lozenges. Did you throw out your dip? I was just about to put one in, Tony, and I was like, you know what? These guys have got a point. I'm throwing it out. Say goodbye to my dip. What about you, Tony? How many dips have you?
It worked.
Are you a big dipper?
No dips. Yes. No, but I do get a coarse mint. I understand that sentiment because mostly it's gums and a lot lozenges are mint, right?
Right. Well,
so of course mint. I get that.
Yeah, you got to do it. If you don't have mint, it's like you're not even in the game. And they are obviously in the game. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month is simple and you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. Lucy lozenges gums are, wait, I already said that. We already said they're that. Wait, they're also, oh, you know, you already, no, I covered that. It's Hawk versus Wolf listeners. Listen, go to lucy.co and use promo code WOLF. Get 20% off all of the products and on your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code WOLF at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Lucy.co and use our promo code WOLF.
I could think of like 3 separate demos in Australia where there was one dude in the front that would just repeat the same thing.
Screaming it over and over.
Screaming over and over to the point where it was just funny.
Yeah.
One time it was right after the X Games.
I know what you're going to, yeah.
Did I tell you this one? No, not the tail grab one photo, but the...
Okay.
Okay. I got that one too, but right after the X Games in 1996, I jumped from the street course into the water, into the harbor. Yeah. And so we're skating, what's the ramp? The sketchy bowl that they ended up making a vert ramp that was kinked.
That vision ramp that was originally a vision ramp? The corner one?
No. The Pizzy.
Oh, okay. Pizzy Park?
Pizzy Park.
Yeah.
So we're skating Pizzy Park. They have a vert ramp now.
Oh.
They had a vert ramp.
Okay.
And it was like really bad transitions. There was a kink right at the flat on both walls.
Pizzy Park was the most sketchy piece of shit thing. I can't believe any of you did. Yeah.
Concrete, right.
Concrete, so one part of the vert wall went
Yeah. So we skated that during a Bones Brigade tour, but this is later. So this is like Birdhouse days in the 90s after the X Games.
Yeah.
Right. So they have a vert ramp now. And it's kind of near the marsh. Right. At like 100 feet away is reeds and a marsh.
Yes.
Grossest water. And this one guy just sat up front and was like, jump in the water. Jump in the water.
Just over and over.
The whole demo.
Drunk, obviously?
Probably.
Right.
But because he saw the X Games, saw me go in the water.
I'm glad you figured out why he thought you could jump in the water. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he got that from the X Games thing that I did.
Yeah.
Like, you instead of just going like, does he want me to get a drink or something? Like,
yeah.
Because just jump in the water and there's a lake 100 feet away.
Yeah.
That would not really, I'd be like, I mean, do you have water? Because I don't understand that you're telling me to jump 100 feet, man. Like, I know I'm pretty good, but 100 feet.
No, let's put it this way. The water was so far away that the crowd for the half pipe ended and there was still lots of space. And then there was
jump
water.
A sea of people into a lake.
He just wanted me in the water.
Into crocodile shit.
Or the other one was the famous one I told you, I mean, famous between us, is that I had just been in a video. I think it was a sequence or a video doing a tail grab 540, kicking my foot off. And for an hour straight, a dude sat in the front and said, tail grab 540, 1 foot.
But he
tail grab 540, 1 foot.
So you don't know. That's Aussie Rules football chant. And he flipped Aussie Rules football chant into skateboard.
What is the football chant?
Like they go, you know, I mean, it'll be like, what do I say? Like it's one thing and the whole crowd says it all over again, but they say it with the da 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 da.
Okay.
Da 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 da. And they just keep.
I like it better now.
Right. So he was like, this isn't footy, but I go to footy all the time and I'm as drunk as I am at the footy right now at this skateboard demo. So tail grab fucking 1 footer. Like he's not even there. Like he could probably still text people and shit while he's saying that.
Like that is the gift that keeps on giving. Whenever someone says tail grab 1 footer, a lot of people in my circle will be like, tail grab 1 footer.
I felt like you telling that story made me realize, because being from Australia and then doing Australian demos, it's not as, I'm used to you guys, but hearing your, like, whoa, what is he saying? Why is he saying that over and over again? And I'm just standing on the deck going, Yeah, that's
it.
like one of those guys.
That's what happens.
They're around here. Around here, every now and then you'll hear that tone about absolutely fucking anything. Where's my fucking milkshake? Mum, where's my fucking sandwich? Like they just do that at the footy.
Hey,
imagine hundreds.
I'm just honored to be thrown in the mix.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You know, I talked to your boy this morning about I don't know if you saw, but I built a jump ramp because I'm doing this stunt, and that's why I'm bringing this up on this show because I was told that you did something pretty much the same, probably more dangerous. So I wanted to build a little jump ramp and have a car drift at the jump ramp, and I hit the jump ramp, and the car drifts through the jump ramp.
Yeah.
So I told the Hoonigan guys, Ken Block's clothing company, they have a whole YouTube channel and all that stuff, and I have my drift car at their spot. And I'm always pitching them stuff because I love cars, I love skateboarding, I want to be fucking out there. Yeah. So and they've got a great platform. So I go,
you want to be the guy that the Aussies make fun of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I go, hey man, I got another one because hey, remember the thing that you almost agreed to, jumping off a car and landing on a ramp next to it?
Yeah.
I've been hammering those guys for 2 years on that one.
Right.
So anyway, this one I go, yeah, man, I'm going to do it. So I was either going to do it for my show or YouTube. I'm just out there trying to promote now that I don't have a Sirius XM thing. I'm trying to do everything. Be creative. Get out there and
I'm
do
surprised
stuff.
you picked jump ramp though.
Well, what else would I build?
No, I just like jump ramp.
I don't want to jump ramp.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't seem like in your style of skating, especially these days, jump ramp would not be the go-to.
The last time I jumped off a jump ramp to flat ground, high enough to go over a car, was easily 25 years ago. Easily. I don't even have to do any math. I just know that the last time I was like, yeah, just fly in there and land on the flat ground. Like I've had blown out knees and ankles ever since I started.
No, they're rough.
So I built this ramp and I want it to be rickety so when the car hits it, it explodes.
Yeah.
So I just drew a transition and I did it badly. And I was like, I don't care. I just whip this thing up.
Yeah.
I'll jump it anyway. Who cares if it's got bad transition? I'm capable. And then I realized that this ramp's really bad. And if I actually put weight on it, I'll probably rip through it.
Push through it, yeah.
So now I've got to build another one. But then I talked to Seth and Seth's like, yeah, Tony jumped a ramp when a mini hit it. Yeah. And we had to make it rickety so that it would kind of explode when he hit it. So how did you do it? Is there like, do you think that if I have a bad ramp, I should build another one because the ramp makes it a lot easier?
So the first ramp that we built was there was foam, and then they put a real thin layer of ply over it. And when I would go to actually hit it right at where the transition started, it would just dent.
Okay, so did you board almost stop rolling?
Yeah, or just it would slow down significantly, so I just couldn't get any height.
Okay.
So we actually had to put a thicker piece of ply on it.
Okay.
And then they cut they basically cut a perforation for that piece of wood to split apart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
the actual surface.
The surface, yeah, because the mini was coming from behind the ramp.
Okay, so they cut it in a way where
the ramp had
it
to
would
sort of break away.
Right, but they cut it in a way where your pressure doesn't break it, the other way breaks it.
Right.
Okay. So there's a lot more science involved in your one.
It was trial and error though. Like I was just trying to same thing.
Without the car,
build
correct?
a ramp, without a car, and then I put a like a high jump bar
where the car would be. Got it.
And then I was doing it into a stunt pad. And the first few tries were hopeless. Like I couldn't even get over the bar because
that makes
the thing
me feel
was
so much better.
slow. And then we finally found the right surface. I started getting the height. The timing is hard.
To time not getting hit by the car, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured that. Did you do like a time your
yeah, so
skateboard?
I had a starting ramp. I mean, we show this. Hey, we're in a podcast. We can show, right?
Yeah, if you give it to him, yeah.
Yeah. So I had one of my roll-ins like from Huck Jam that I have here. I think it was the roll-in we used for the loop.
Okay.
Right. So I had a roll-in. I figured out.
You're flying.
Well, I figured out where to start on the roll-in. So I put a 2x4 on the roll-in so I could tail drop from there.
Okay.
But just so that it would be consistent.
Right.
Right. Because I can't. If you're coming pushing from elsewhere,
it's not going to be the same every time. So I need to build a roll-in.
It's a full. It's a Yeah. It's an effort. I mean, you don't have to build a roll in, but yeah, you should build a roll in. Or just something to start.
Have you seen the video of my quarter pipe build?
No.
If I build a roll in, it might be death to everybody.
So but mine was very much a controlled environment. And then I had a roll in. We had the ramp set up in one spot. And then I would have the mini drive next to it over and over to get that timing. Right. So
and then other people watching and go like, yep, that's the one. You clear it before it.
Yeah. And so I had one guy that was scout was the lookout.
So if the timing was off,
when the car would hit a certain bar, he'd say, all right, 1, 2, 3, go. And then I drop, and then we just started figuring it out until we got it like 4 times in a row, the right timing. And then it's game on.
Was it close?
No, I don't think so. But we had 3 ramps. So I had 3 tries.
Yeah.
And I got the first try.
Right.
I almost got wheel bite.
That was my next question. I have a vert board and I was like, man, I feel like having softer wheels would help. And obviously razor pads to not get wheel bite, correct?
Yeah, softer wheels make the landing stop more.
Oh, okay. So I still go with the hard wheel?
So you could do, but what I've learned, I learned this from Jaws actually, and we're getting into the weeds here, but if you wax right under your wheels, your board, that'll save you from wheel bite sometimes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So when the wheel, people might not get this one.
So
when the wheel touches
land,
the skateboard.
When you land hard on your skateboard from a great height, there's a good chance that you're going to lean to one side and your wheel's going to rub on the actual skateboard, and that stops your momentum.
It's like brakes.
It's like, yeah, just the worst brakes.
Yeah.
So Jaws, Aaron Homoki,
who jumps off inhuman shit all the time.
Stairs. Right. He told me that when he jumps off stuff like that, he puts wax underneath his board so that where the wheel hits, it'll at least keep spinning. Yeah.
Well, that's genius.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm pretty sure, I think I might have waxed my wheel wells that day. And you can see when I land, I do go to one side, but I come back real quick.
So if I had like a quarter pipe or something that I could drop into, that would make it way easier.
Yeah, or just put a wedge ramp just so you have consistent speed.
Right. So I could just build a wedge ramp and build a kicker, and then Bob's your uncle.
But are you able to have have him sliding past near the ramp? Can you do that test?
It's a pretty small area, but yeah, I think I can make those guys.
You sound like you're just.
I'm totally winging it. I had the idea. I had the idea like 3 days ago, and they go, "Can you do it on Friday?" And I said yes.
Oh my God! Tomorrow?
No, next Friday. Yeah, I got 1 week.
Okay, well, I would recommend if you can have him slide past the ramp a few times so you get the timing.
Yeah, good call.
All right,
that was a good idea.
Yeah, there was a guy that did what I did before I did it.
Yeah.
He's a friend of Steve-O's, and I forgot his name. But everyone, of course, had to show me that video after I did it. Like, oh, you stole that from that guy. Like, I didn't know that happened.
From that guy. Get off me. You know, I'm glad you brought up Steve-O because I have an idea for the Jason Ellis show I've been trying to think of an idea to make the show get out there and people know that we're now a podcast. So a live show that's free is a thing that I've been working on. And I have a friend, obviously, that owns a really brand new cool boxing gym. And I was like, I've been trying to think of ideas. And then I had the idea of Bert Kreischer and Ryan Sickler, these 2 comedian dudes, punching me in the face for 1 minute each. They get 1 minute to try and punch me in the face. I don't punch back, but I get to move around and try to move out of the way. And they get 1 minute. The person who lands the most punches is the winner. So I come up with that idea, and then I told it to Cass, and they're like, yeah, man, we'll organize this to be a live show. And then I realized, how many times can you dodge people's punches in a day before you get tired? So I can't just let's just invite everybody. You know what I mean? I'll give you all a minute. I'm like, after about 8 minutes, I reckon I'll probably be like, I'm going to start getting hit a lot more because I'm tired.
Yeah.
So then I came up with the idea of 2 girls, 2 guys. And I'm like, Ruby Rose and Nikki Whalen. Nikki Whalen said she's in. Ruby Rose says she's in. And then I thought, you wanted to hit pads. You said you'd hit pads. I'm like, why don't you just punch me in the face for a minute? I'm not hitting you. How bad can that be? You just have to punch me in the face. And then I was like, but who would you compete against? Steve-O. And then I thought, Steve-O said, I can't be on his show. I understand I'm not famous or whatever, but he said, I can come on your show. I'm like, well, come on the show. When I found out that guests don't do that well, I'm like, what about if they just come on and punch me in the face? And then I thought,
wait, so we're having a competition of who can land the most punches?
Yeah. So all you have, I thought, because it's not asking too much. It's like, I'm not going to hit you. I promise that. So all you have to do is for 60 seconds, just swing as much as you want at my face. I don't think
I can get in that frame of mind. I can't just
Why do you have
punch you?
Why do you have to be angry to punch me in the face? Because I feel like that's what you're kind of saying. Can't you do it in a funny way?
No, not to inflict harm.
But you won't hurt me.
but that's ultimately what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but it won't happen. That's the whole point.
Okay, so then I get humiliated. So I get humiliated because I can't land a punch.
You're not getting humiliated. Okay, I love it. It'd be different if it was.
So I mean, there's three outcomes. One is I land a bunch of punches.
Yeah.
Yay me.
It's
and
hilarious.
You're hurt.
I'm not hurt.
Okay.
I swear, this is like one of those skateboard things where somebody who doesn't know anything about skateboarding is saying stuff, and you're like, oh God. I'll get you a glove, Tony.
I look ridiculous because I don't fight.
You don't understand how much it doesn't do anything to me.
Fair enough. I believe you.
I
believe that I wouldn't inflict that much harm.
And you wouldn't hit me.
Right. But I'm going to look ridiculous because I don't box.
But you'd be going up against somebody else.
I'm just telling you all the three outcomes, they don't bode well for me.
You're saying
that's what I'm saying.
It's a bad look to have Tony Hawk look bad at boxing.
I would just look bad. It doesn't matter what, it would just like.
It would be funny.
That's what I'm saying. At what expense?
I never thought of that.
It would be funny because it wouldn't be that you're laughing with me. It's that you're laughing at me.
See, I don't think so. I think if it was Logan Paul and I made Logan Paul miss for 1 minute, that would be bad. But what's your boxing background again?
I don't have boxing background.
Right. So you're not supposed to look good. I did it with Ryan Sickler the other day, and Ryan Sickler laughed several times in the middle of it because he was chasing me. And if he did hit me, I'd be like, there you go. And he's like, what is with you?
That's funny.
Normal people don't get. I did a video I'll show you later. Mike Catherwood, my friend, put a boxing glove on his foot and kicked me in the head yesterday. And he's like, man, I don't want to do it.
What are you doing?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
What's my education? Have you seen me on the ramp? How's my fucking content? Am I getting invited to the Olympics? This is all I've got, man. If you have to punch my brains out to get a download, punch my brains out. Like, you got to use what you got.
But all right, so in your wild dream scenario, I do that, and then Steve-O does that.
Yeah, and then Nikki Whalen does it, and Ruby Rose does it, and whoever.
And are they fighters?
No. Oh no, not true. Nikki Whalen trains boxing, and Ruby Rose does too, but they've never, and they. So they'll probably look a little bit better at missing me. Okay. You're not going to hit I swear, I'm not that quick, but it's just stuff that I know.
I believe you. I'm not I'm not disputing that fact.
But I'm trying to get you to understand that even if I go this way accidentally and you're just like, I don't even know, and it's right on the butt, you go, wham, I'm going to be fine. I really am. Like, you're not like, oh my God, Jason, are you going to like skateboarding? When I hit my face the other day, my back hurt, man, not my face. This is one of the worst things that I got told when I first started fighting. He's like, man, you can really take a punch. And I was like, it's good. He's like, yeah, man. I mean, that's tough to take out. I was like, yeah, it's not that good. Like, it's way better to like get out of the way.
Oh, right.
But because it sounded cool to be tough, but
right.
I think it's way cooler to move out of the way. So now I have a little bit of that, but I'm just looking for. Did you see the other day when Steve-O and Tony Hawk tried to punch this dude in the face? Who's this dude? That's my theory.
Okay,
it's just an idea.
Okay, fair enough.
I was like, imagine that.
Yep.
And I also thought
I'll imagine it.
My biggest thing
I don't
is
think I want to do it.
You telling Steve-O that I'm doing it, because there's no way Steve-O would do it unless you say you're doing it. I bet you that doesn't interest him in the slightest.
I guess that's where that's where I was going with this. Was like I really don't want to do that. It doesn't sound that fun or interesting to me. To try to inflict harm and also to be incapable of inflicting harm. All of those things, like none of that really sounds fun.
Man, it sounds fun to me.
I don't imagine Steve-O really wanting to do that either. I think Steve-O would rather be the one taking the hits.
See, Steve-O's big into the UFC now. You know that, right?
Oh, as a fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he did some grappling with Holly Holm and stuff like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he kind of...
Oh, so maybe.
Yeah, but
I do know, so maybe he would be more into it.
But he definitely would want to get punched back.
No.
That's not funny.
His whole thing with all the
been knocked out a lot?
Well, yeah, and with the new Jackass, that was the only stipulation he made was like no more stunts that have a chance of concussion. First shoot, KO'd.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, he put in the contract no stuff that gets me knocked out?
He said like look, I don't want, I'm this older, I don't want these risks, and
then
I don't want
first stunt.
The first day, it was like, oh,
how bad? Like, was he out?
Pretty bad, yeah.
Oh my God!
But Knoxville got rocked. He actually just talked about it in his interview recently. A bull sent him flying, and then out cold for an uncomfortable long time. No, but sent him flying and then flipping and then down to his head.
Dude.
He said, I was trying to show the bull a magic trick. He was like doing magic in front of the bull.
Oh, man, that's nice.
And the bull hit him. And then he came to, this is a pretty funny interview. He came to and he's like, guess that bull doesn't like magic.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
How many's he really had though? Like 10?
I don't know.
Probably more, right?
Probably.
I don't know. It depends on who you are. Some people do all right with those.
Yeah.
Some people have thicker skulls and smaller brains.
Yeah, I prefer not to test the limits of it anymore.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from, 100%. The other day when I hit my head, I was not happy about that at all. I remember thinking, you're too old to do that. That's an embarrassing
You mean when we were skating?
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean like 2 months ago? Yep. The other day. Yeah. That is when you get to be our age,
everything's
the other day or 20 years ago. There's no in between.
No. Or right now. You can have that right one too.
Yeah. That just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything else is the other day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like our podcast and the timing of it, it's a good idea to say everything was the other day anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't know when this is out.
Yeah.
Could have been the other day.
Yes.
Well, I still think that I'm not done with that. I'm still gonna figure out a way to make people do that because I just feel like
people.
I just feel like
it's about me specifically.
No, no, you're out.
I'm out. Okay,
dude, I don't do that. If you don't think it's funny to do it, then don't do it.
There was a day when we were on a radio show together, and you would bring up stuff on the radio show just to put me on the spot that I would have to agree to.
Don't think I ever.
And you know what? That's how you got in the video game.
Well, then I don't feel good about this at all.
No, it was awesome.
Meh.
It was awesome.
I know, but I just know I didn't like write down a piece of paper.
No, but you had backup from Jesse. Jesse he would come in from the other side. And it was like, you're going to do that, right? We're going to do that. We're all going to do a show in Vegas, right? You're paying for it, right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh man. Sorry.
You didn't pay for the show in Vegas, but we did go.
God.
I saw someone dug up a clip from our when we first started Demolition Radio, and do you remember we went to Carrie Hart's tattoo shop?
Oh God, do I?
And what's his name?
That's my rape story. You know that?
What's his name? Punched you?
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that. I told you that story. That was I blacked out because I got there at 9 a.m. and this is back when I was married to someone that didn't let me do anything, and I accommodated that. So it's my fault. But when I got out, I was out. So and then like, no one's here yet. And I was like, I guess I'll just have a drink. And I'm like, I'll have a Long Island iced tea.
Oh my God.
In Vegas. So I think within 2 of them,
I'm preface this with rape story. I don't know if we want to go deep into the.
Yeah. So then I'm like, Chuck Liddell, you should punch me. put cigarettes out on my arm. I'm like, what happened to you? And then I guess after that, I asked the girl that I bet you she couldn't make me spill my drink while kicking me in the nuts.
Oh God.
And I remember thinking I had that baggy pants, and if you widen your legs, it tightens, so it protects your balls. That was my theory.
Okay.
So she's kicking me over and over again, and I'm just laughing, holding my beer. And what I don't know, because I'm so smashed, is her pointy toe shoe is just going.
No.
It's just
All
bashing.
right. I got it.
So I go to Kerry. Kerry sends me to. He's like, you need to go to your room, because apparently I went to the club with him and I dropped my drink and my hand was still in a position like he was holding one. And he was like, I think it's time for Jason to go. Yeah. He's like, man, you should probably go. And I was like, what? And then like he took me to the room. So I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, what? Where am I? I don't even know where I am or whatever. And I'm like, oh, why does my arm hurt so bad? And I'm like, and then I look in the mirror and I've got backflip bitch.
Yeah, I remember that.
Tattooed on my armpit. And I'm like, what?
And didn't you have sweet right here? Was that a different time?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that was a different time.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, bitch. And this big welt on my arm because Chuck Liddell punched me a couple times there. And then
that video is somewhere if you want to look it up.
Anyway, and then I felt sore behind. So I just called Kerry Hart and I was like, I said, dude, what happened? Because I thought, man, you talk so much.
Oh my God.
And he's like, relax. Some girl just kicked you over and over again. And I was like, oh God, thank God.
So these are the unique experiences of Jason Ellis that only you would get these types of stories when Jason's on the mic. That's what I appreciate the most.
I'm glad you appreciate it, because I almost felt bad about talking about that one. But yeah, it was.
No, you painted it well. You presented it well. Just enough detail for us to understand.
Let the imagination flow to see what
I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that, the details of that.
Oh, really?
I saw you get punched. I know how wasted you were.
Yeah.
But that's where I got my first tattoo that night. Did you know that?
What one did you get? The Hawk thing?
Yeah, the Hawk clothing logo. It's like a hawk head.
And then you had to change it, right? Because it's janked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, like, is that the best tattoo? Like, is that how they look?
Oh, from the start you felt
Yeah, because when I first got it, I was like, it doesn't seem that detailed or crisp. And
they had...
I know.
I think it's
whatever.
I think shops have good guys and bad guys, and that's kind of the way it is.
But it was more, to me, it was like, oh, Carrie's opening a tattoo. Like, that'll be awesome. That'll be my first tattoo. Like, what an honor.
That guy tattooed me as well, and it's not very good. And then
wasn't a guy.
And then there's another guy that's there that does really good.
Yeah.
So it's
all right. I mean,
and it's your first tattoo. First tattoos, because you don't know who you're talking to, because you don't know anything about it, you're almost guaranteed to have an average tattoo. Unless you just accidentally were like, yeah, this shop down the road, and it just so happens to be some hot shit tattooist. Yeah. But usually those guys, you go in there and they're like, yeah, man, I'm booked for 2 months. Or, you know, those guys have dates around the world. They're like, yeah, I'm tattooing in Italy, and then I go to, because everybody.
Oh yeah, no, I understand it now. Now that I have some better artwork.
Right. Yes. Yeah. See, that's.
But Big Island Mike. You know Big Island Mike?
Yeah.
He fixed it for me. So he made it like a new version facing the other way.
Oh wow.
It's cool, right?
Oh man, he got skills.
Yeah, I mean to go over an existing tattoo.
Yeah, cover-ups are bad. I mean tough. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's my tattoo story.
Your tattoo story.
That's it.
It's okay.
I'm done with them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, it sounded like you were bitter at them. I'm like, what'd they do to you? You just
actually, I got excited that this one was fixable.
Right. They can do crazy stuff now. Yeah. People do stuff over the top of things.
And I've done the laser. And it was painful.
Yeah, I know. My daughter laughed when she got laser.
Dude. No, I did on my finger. It was rough.
You went 10 times, right?
Yeah. And then it wasn't fading as fast as they wanted to, so they cranked it up the last couple, which did the trick. But damn.
See, that's what I felt like when I watched it do it to my daughter. They should have turned it up. They needed to burn her.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts.
Yeah, well.
Make it hurt, you know?
Maybe next time?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's got like 5 or 6 more times according to you. So, and we've actually made the appointment, and they said, so come in early for the numbing cream, and my wife was like, no, thank you. We're not doing that. Okay. You're going in there and you're getting lasered.
Yeah, I would go. I think on my last 3 appointments, there was just a bar at a strip mall nearby. Go get a shot of whiskey.
Oh, wait, did you go to the same laser place every time, or did you just go
every
to
time.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I feel like if you were a laser operator and you were a friend of the person you were lasering, I believe that you could get more of the tattoo off, but you don't because that's business. You make them come back like 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like you even said so yourself at the end, they had to like really zap you to get it out.
Yeah.
Why didn't they really fucking zap you the first time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I got that sense where they're like, oh, packages, and they were recommending some other stuff that you could get.
Yeah, but also they put you on this payment plan. It's like, okay, you're gonna come here 8 more times.
Yeah. I was like,
oh, cool.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is this therapy?
Yeah, right. And I'm like, I haven't even seen what you do. And I watched it, and it was like, and I was like, Now from watching you, I felt like I could have just sort of like, like I just like 4 times what you did.
Right.
I don't think her foot would have rolled off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so that's laser for you. Maybe I could do that. Maybe we could get into laser. We could have a laser business. Sorry, I'm just.
If this doesn't work out.
Yeah, I keep thinking of because when you lose your job and you're already older, I have backups for backups.
Okay.
So it's like everything could work,
right.
But if it doesn't, then I have to have a backup of a backup. Just
Got
more.
it.
So I'm always thinking about new businesses.
Okay. Cool.
Aussie pie shops with Dingo, and I'm like, it probably won't work, but it's always there. There's ideas. Open up a dojo. Because I got friends that teach super hot chicks. I'm like, you don't make that much money, but it looks like a fun job.
It seems like the kind of thing you could blast on social media and you would get a lot of business.
Right. And then I had one coach that he used to just sit there and he'd be like, change. And then he'd wait for the watch to go again. And I remember a couple of times sitting there sweating my balls off going, that seems like a cool job.
Yeah. It's like
get a coffee in the morning and show up and be like, ladies, all right, let's go.
The dude giving lessons to Happy Gilmore. That's it. Bend your hips, swing your arms. There you go. Reading a magazine.
It's got to be certain people that show up to get trained because I can tell from being in the gym all the time. Some people show up to the gym to say that they went to the gym, and then they get a photo, selfie of their ass or something, but they don't actually do anything in there. And they pay the coach because if you don't have the coach to take the photo, then you don't have proof that you went to the gym. No asking, no corrections, no like, what about this? What about that? Just like,
oh, hey, I've been using the plunge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you actually have been going in it, not one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It fucking helps, doesn't it?
Ellis got me hooked up with one of those ice baths, the plunge.
Yeah, cold
Always
plunge.
cold.
It is amazing. It's a life changer, but it does suck. But you can get used to it. I saw your kids getting in it.
Yeah, they're all daring each other who could last the longest.
Right.
Yeah, that was the thing.
It's such a, it's asking for that.
Well, a lot of them were looking at it, touching it, and I was like, let's just do it. And then I went in the sauna for a bit, went in for 3 minutes, like he told me to.
Yeah. What temperature?
55.
Yeah.
What is it? What's
50 is probably, get it to 50.
Get it to 50?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, they do a lot of those some people do 38,
what's freezing? 33?
35, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. I've had a guy try to, and you just stay in. And I'm like, I don't need hypothermia.
I felt okay after 55. I felt like I was very refreshed. I was very lively, and I did not want to be colder.
Did you go back in the jacuzzi after it?
I did, yes.
Did you feel the pins and needles thing?
Yeah.
That's a bonus too.
Yeah.
I call that a free one. When I first discovered cold plunge, it was when I was really sober, and it was a free one.
Okay, thank you.
Back then, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay in here for 5 minutes. And then I get in the jacuzzi and be like, free one. Desperado. Wow. Tough times.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, we bounced back. We're all right.
We bounced back.
So that's been a great episode. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing and giving us 5-star reviews because that's important on iTunes and Spotify
and
on YouTube.
Don't forget to jump in the water.
Oh man.
See ya.